Hey Whitney, how you doing? I think you're looking pretty good here. I think that you've got a lot of things going really well, and really good job doing some of the edits I suggested. Like I think that right over here, this is really good. The way that you edit out those bad spots in the leaves. So good job masking those out. You still have a couple of areas. Right here, as you can see, the shovel is still pretty bad, pretty badly masked. So, and then over here, this is a low resolution image. You can see all the pixelization here. So the rake would have to be changed. Um, Other than that, I think that you're showing pretty good proficiency there in terms of masking. Now, in order to check your masks, we do this. We turn the mask layer off to make sure that the backgrounds all came along for the ride, and yours did. So great job there. Okay, so right now you've got a um, you've got your background clipped. You've got that. Let me Command Z that. So you've got this layer clipped to your background. I'm not real sure why. That's just increasing file size. You don't need to have a white locked background if you're going to use this for the background layer. Do you see what I'm saying? You can just get rid of that layer right there. Save some file size. Um, that shadow layer, good job. It looks like you really paid attention when they made the video for the cast shadow. But unfortunately, a cast shadow isn't going to work in this composition. And let me tell you why. The sunlight is coming from behind the creature, right? Coming right through towards us. So that being said, the light source is back here behind the creature, but you've got the shadow coming this way, meaning that there would be a light source over here. So that's a really bad inconsistency that the subconscious sees, the viewer sees that, and it causes a really uncomfortable visual tension, whether the viewer realizes it's because of conflicting light sources or not. But that's what's going on, so that will need to be addressed. I don't think this is going to work for a background because I think that this should be in a garden, not in the woods or in the forest. It's garden glitter grace. This isn't somebody's garden. This looks like, straight up nature. So I would rather see her in somebody's garden. She is garden glitter grace after all. So the legs just, you have to look at this piece and really say, okay, does this look like a creature? And I don't think it does. I think that using the eyelashes, that's a great idea, but why are the gloves so big? Can we just bring them down a little bit, put an eyeball in there and have those as the eyelashes instead of taking up all that space? The bag for the mouth, does that look like a mouth? It looks like a bag. It really does. I don't mean to sound harsh, but it doesn't look like a mouth. This rake sticking out of here and this shovel sticking out of here, they just look like they've been stuck in there. They don't look like they've really been rationally thought out to look like legs and feet per se. Okay, I'm not real sure, Whitney. Which is the arm? Like, I don't. Is this the arm, or are these the arms? Do you see what I'm saying? I'm just really confused as to the construction of the creature itself. I'm going to go ahead and say I wouldn't mind seeing you really try to add some new pieces parts here. I don't know if this can is working because of the perspective, because unless you use that as an arm, because that's always going to end up looking like an arm. But then you got this thing over here to deal with. So if maybe we can get a straight on different perspective where the watering spark's coming out like this. Maybe you could use it for a nose, and that would solve that issue, and then put two arms in there. But yeah, the rakes just look like they're just been placed. That's why they look like they're just kind of floating there. So I would like you to rethink that. Other than that, you're doing great. Image size, you're at 8 by 10 by 200. That needs to be a 300 ppi image. Okay, so you'll need to fix that. Again, I just went over here up top. The menu across the top, I just went to image, and then when I dropped down, I went to image size, and I can see that you're at 200 ppi, not 300. So that'll need to be adjusted. Other than that, I think you're looking great. I'm sorry this video took so long, but I want to make sure I got everything. Okay, now the type just kind of splits the composition in half, just kind of slices it right into. So I think you could have better placement of the type, and also make sure you get her name in there, Garden Glitter Grace. I'm not real sure what what this means right here, this text right here. So, okay, if you have any questions, give me a holler. Awesome job. I'd like to see those changes. Good job. Thanks.